Stop what you're doing. Newsflash. God never intended for you just to get by. He wants you to live life in the overflow. Hey, what's up, family? This is Pastor Chris, and welcome to another Word Wednesday. Again, the honor of my life to be sitting right here with you each and every Wednesday. Today, I want you to meet me. I got two scriptures for us today. Meet me first in the book of Psalms, a very familiar one if you've ever been in church. Psalms chapter 23. We'll be reading from verse number 5 of the song. It says, "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemy. You anoint my head with oil, and my cup runs over." Don't miss that part. My cup runs over. Then I need for you to go meet me over in the book of John, chapter number 10, verse number 10. And there it says this: "The thief does not come except to steal, kill, and destroy. I come that you may have life and have it more abundantly." Today's topic is called overflow. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but I love living life in the overflow. Over in the book of Psalms, chapter 23, he tells us that our cup runs over. God constantly fills us up, not with just enough, but with more than enough. Here's the real question. When's the last time you allowed for God to fill you up? Why is it important for us to be filled up? Well, it's important because you cannot pour from an empty cup. And many of us are trying to pour into so many people who depend on us, whether it's our spouses, whether it's our friends, whether it's our children at our job. People are constantly trying to take from us, and it is impossible to continuously pour out into others and never be poured into. So how do we get poured into? Real simple. Number one, get into the Word of God. Read His Word. I can't tell you enough how important it is to spend time with God before trying to spend time and pour into everybody else. Your prayer life has to be important. Your prayer life has to be first. It has to be priority in your life. That time you spend with Him allows for Him to pour into you, to speak to you, to show you things, to reveal His plan and His purpose for your life to you, and how you can help other people. But if you miss out on time with God, then your cup will continuously run low. Your cup will continuously run empty. And many of us are tired. Many of us are exhausted with life. Many of us we barely can breathe in life. And it's because we've never taken time to get filled up. I think about how many of us will drive in our cars, and our cars are now so advanced that they tell you exactly how many miles you can go before you reach empty. And if you're like, I'll say, if you're like me, you'll look at the thing and you'll say, okay, cool, I can make it another 5 miles. I can make it another 3 miles. I can make it another mile. And then even when it tells you, hey, we're out of miles, you still push and push and push. I'll just make it to the next gas station if I can. By that time, it's too late. We have to learn to fill up well before we ever reach empty. Overflow, living in the overflow of life does not mean that we have material things. It does not mean that our houses are big and our cars are large and luxurious. It does not mean that our bank account is overflowing with more money than we could ever think to spend. What it means is that real abundance in our life, it shows up in the peace that we have, and the joy that we have, and the wisdom that we have, and the love that we have, and the hope that we have, even when life is not perfect. Catch that. It's not about the things. It's not about the tangible things. It's the intangible stuff. The love, the peace, the kindness, the joy, the fruits of the Spirit that show forth in my life, even when life is not all that I need for it to be. That is what living in the overflow is. I want you to be able to walk into situations still smiling, still having joy, because you got Jesus in your life. Even on a bad report, even on something that didn't go your way, we should still be able to walk out of that and say that God is still good. He still got me. He still provides for me. He still makes sure I have everything that I need. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. That is living life in the overflow. And over in John, Jesus comes and tells us that I came so that you can have life and have it abundantly. He does not want you just to get by, to skate by. He wants you to have everything that you need and everything that you desire if it is lined up with his will. What God pours into you should not stop with you, but it should flow through you. Don't miss the message there. What God pours into you is not just for you, but it's for everybody else who is connected to you. An overflowing life blesses other people, whether it's through our generosity, whether it's through encouragement, whether it's through our forgiveness, whether it's through our service. What God gives us is for everybody else who is attached and connected to us. So don't let the blessings, don't let the overflow, don't let all that God is pouring into you stop with you, and definitely don't let it go to waste. Give it to other people. God gives us more grace so that we can give grace. God gives us more mercy so that we can give mercy. God gives us more love so that we can give love. Here's what I need for you to take away from today's message. When you stay connected to the source, that's God the Father, you'll always have something to pour into others. If you want to remain full, stay connected to him. Do me a favor, as always, like, share, and subscribe. I want you to send this specifically, though, to somebody who you know needs to hear that they can live life in the overflow. And if you're living life in the overflow, give us some encouragement down in the comments there. Somebody needs to hear your testimony, needs to hear your story, needs to hear how God is blessing you so much that you've received something that you can't even handle and that you got to give it away to other people. This has been Pastor Chris. Hope that you enjoyed today. Be blessed throughout the rest of your week, and I will see you next Wednesday. Have an amazing week.